Are you serious? Are you serious? The Giuliani associates getting arrested. Oh my Lord, what in the world is going on with the swamp? It is really getting ugly, guys. And we do have some information on the Giuliani associates from Ukraine that have been arrested. And this is getting wild, especially on the same day that Joe Biden, we're finding out now that Joe Biden actually worked with the whistleblower when he was vice president of the United States. And the whistleblower is a CIA operative who took 6 trips flying to Ukraine with Joe Biden. What a web we weave. Can we put a shout out right now, though, for ratefamily.com. Guys, www.ratefamily.com. Death in the family can be hard, but unfortunately, we all have to deal with it sooner or later. All of us leave behind final expenses, such as funeral costs, medical bills, and other debts. In fact, the average funeral alone is somewhere between $8,000 and $9,000 apiece. Having no insurance when you die can really leave your loved ones with a huge bill, and nobody wants that to happen, okay? So take control of your family's destiny today and have the satisfaction knowing that they are financially taken care of. Visit www.ratefamily.com and get a free quote. Matter of fact, you can select the best plan to fit your needs and budget. Burial expenses is easy to budget, and you can even choose how and how often to make payments. Some members pay as low as $36 a month due to their income level. So visit www.ratefamily.com or call right now 855-919-RATE. That's 855-919-RATE. You'll be glad you did. Tell them Pastor Paul Begley sent you. All right, here's the situation with Rudolph Giuliani and his associates. What a mess this is. There's 2 guys there, Lev Parnas and Igor Fruman. They originally, guys, one of the things they were doing is they were pushing for the removal of the Ukrainian gas executive, because they wanted to get in on this natural gas deal. When it came to their dealings in Ukraine over the last year, Lev Parnas and Igor Fruman wore 2 hats. The Florida businessmen were helping President Donald Trump's personal lawyer, Rudolph Giuliani, set up meetings with high-level Ukrainian officials, according to documents obtained by the State Department Inspector General. Rudolph Giuliani has acknowledged that he lobbied those people to investigate Joe Biden and Hunter Biden in the 2016 election campaign in what Democrats say was an effort to uncover dirt on the president's political enemies. But Parnas and Fruman were also trying to make some money by drumming up a deal to sell liquefied natural gas to Ukraine's big state energy company and to oust the management of that company with help from their friends in the Trump administration. 2 people familiar with the matter told NBC News that. Now, the charges filed against these 2 men last night, they were arrested as they were at Dulles Airport, International Airport in Washington, D.C. They both had a one-way ticket to Ukraine. They were going to leave the country when they were arrested by the FBI, and alleged that their playbook was to pursue political influence as a way of furthering their business interests. That's exactly what they appear to be doing with the contributions they gave to the Trump-linked political committees like super PACs and their work with Rudolph Giuliani in Ukraine, according to 2 different sources. According to reports, Parnas and Fruman, both born in the former Soviet Union, touted their connections to Giuliani and the White House when they invited the executive at Ukraine's gas company for a meeting in Houston back in March, where they made their pitch for their plan, and they told him that they wanted the CEO, Andrei Klobov, removed, and they wanted a different man named Fovarov to take his place. Now, according to the reports, the two told Provorov that they would promote him to replace the current CEO. And then there were some discussions they would, if they did that, they were supporting their plan to sell American natural gas to Ukraine, a plan that has significant logistical hurdles, of course. But the men also predicted that the United States ambassador to Ukraine, Marie Yovanovitch, would soon be forced out of her job by the White House, and that would help open the way for their proposed gas deal, according to two different people. So Paranis and Fruman allegedly had alleged that the ambassador was an obstacle to their U.S. business interests and were putting pressure to get her removed. That was extremely surprising and disturbing because they found the ambassador to be a very professional lady. According to Dale Perry, an American energy executive who does business in Ukraine, and he told the NBC News, that told me that something just didn't smell right about these guys. Well, these guys were trying to remove her out of the way so that their business deal could work, and they were doing it with hoping they could get the help from Rudolph Giuliani to help put pressure maybe on the president to remove her. Now, meanwhile, they also wanted to grow, these two guys wanted to grow medical marijuana in massive fields out in Nevada, and they were putting pressure on a Texas congressman to help clear the path for that with his connections in Nevada. But he has since, his name was Sessions, but he has since lost his re-election bid, so he couldn't help them there, and they missed the filing date, so they messed up there. So these guys were really working a lot of their own special interest deals. Now, nowhere in all of this does the president never did anything. He was never involved in any of these dealings. These are two people, but Rudolph Giuliani had also wanted a favor from these two guys. He wanted Parnas and Fruman to dig in on the business dealings that Hunter Biden and Joe Biden had going on in Ukraine. And so they were working on that for Giuliani. But now they're sitting in jail, charged with election or campaign finance violations because they gave money to several different campaigns here in America looking for some kind of special favors for the money they were giving. And that's violations, okay? So we're going to wait and see how that is. Now, I'll be right back with another video here in a minute because this is the Rudolph Giuliani scandal. Again, this does not touch President Trump. It really doesn't. But Rudolph Giuliani, it doesn't touch him either. The crimes were being committed, several crimes it looks like, by these two oligarchs from the Ukraine. But now we have to find out the rest of the story. We have breaking information on Joe Biden just now that it is true that the CIA whistleblower actually worked with Joe Biden and made 6 trips on Air Force Two to Ukraine, helping on Joe Biden's business connections with the Ukraine and Hunter Biden's business deals he was making using this individual who's now the, quote, whistleblower, was actually in cahoots with Biden and his son. Let me tell you more about that when we come back. It is getting real sleazy in the swamp, and it looks like the sleaze is on both sides of the aisle. Are you serious? But the president hasn't committed any crimes at all in any of this. These are people trying to get to him. Wow.